You've seen it, 50 reps posting the same glossy product picture the same day. And it looks professional, but it gets ignored. And here's why. People buy from people, not brochures. I learned this the hard way when I tried posting an ad style message. It was about why most wellness coaches lose clients, but my reach tanked, just 4% of my usual reach. But when I shared a straight talking post calling out people who reshare a post without fact checking, it reflected my no BS values, and my followers loved that post. Hit over 500 times my average reach. Now, around the 4-minute mark, I'm going to name the number one mistake that most good reps make that keeps them invisible, with a 60-second fix that flipped my reach from less than 4% to over 500%. So why does corporate branding fail? Think of your feed like a bush track, especially after rain, when 100 kangaroos follow the same muddy path and it turns into one slippery rut. Corporate posting is rut, and everyone looks the same, and the algorithm compresses sameness. As a result, people scroll faster when they sense and they pause when they sense human. I saw this myself through my own posting with the ad style message promoting software for wellness coaches. Now it flopped, as I said, just over 4% reach. But I still remember staring at the screen feeling invisible, like shouting into a void, while nobody cared. At the same time, my feed was jammed with glossy corporate tile ads, and they weren't working either, because when 100 reps post exactly the same thing, people tune out. Whether it's a corporate tile or an ad style post, the result is the same. People scroll straight past, especially if it feels like it's advertising. Here's a simple swap list to keep you out of the rut. Product swapped. Share actually how you use it and why it's mattered to you. Stop sharing company websites and links. Instead, share your own free guide. Build your brand, not the company's. Save this swap list. It'll change how you post this week. Because if you want long-term customers and referrals, remember this. Trust compounds, but only around an identity that people recognize and rely on. There are 6 benefits of personal branding. Let's look at them one by one. Your personal brand is the biggest asset you'll ever own. Bigger than the company, bigger than the comp plan. Ignore this and you'll stay invisible no matter how hard you hustle. And here's the good news. Pays you back in 6 different ways, each way with something you can try today. The first builds deeper relationships. DM 5 past customers. Simple one-liner. Thinking of you? Anything I can simplify for you this week. Small human touches deepen trust faster than any promo. More visibility. Swap your next corporate title for a selfie and a 2-sentence story. Here's the problem I faced, and here's the lesson I learned. The algorithm loves faces and it loves stories more than it loves flyers. The third benefit is long-term security. Update your profile cover and bio today with your own name and your own logo if you have one. Link your free guide, not a corporate cart. I learnt this the hard way with my ad style posting. The fourth benefit is the uniqueness. In your notes app, write down quick 3 bullet lists starting with only I can. For example, only I can explain AI in plain, simple English. Only I can blend wellness with no BS truth. Only I can tell Teddy's travel stories. This is the edge that nobody else has but you. Next benefit is attracting kindred spirits. I always used to joke about how past friendships didn't always last because I ignored the early warning signs like they weren't animal lovers. Now the truth is, by posting about Teddy's road trips or my volunteering at the zoo, I call in people with the same values, and you can do the same. Share one post this week that reflects what you stand for. The last benefit, screenshot one of your past posts that got strong engagement. That's proof that your audience follows you, not just the products. Keep it handy as a reminder. Your brand is your business insurance and your brand is you. Each of these actions takes 5 minutes or less. So pause and pick one right now before you keep watching. That's how you turn personal branding from a theory into something that people can feel, and respond to today. These 6 actions are powerful on their own, but they become unstoppable when you plug them into a repeatable framework. And that's exactly what I'll show you next with the S.A.F.E brand method. Here's the switch from brochure to bond. Use the S.A.F.E brand framework and write these things down with me. I'll give you prompts on screen. So, for example, S is for strengths. My strengths: I'm an early adapter to new tools and tech like AI, and that helps me attract other forward thinkers. So what are you great at? Anchoring stories. One of mine, I've dealt with chronic fatigue, and I couldn't push at full pace, but by embracing AI and tech, I had it do some of the heavy lifting. That way I didn't need to get left behind, and it proves that I'm solution orientated. So, for example, when X happened, I learned why. F is for filters. My values, in things like integrity, empathy, and keeping the big picture in mind. My hard lines: I never make fake promises. I don't tolerate prejudice, and I never push the hustle pressure. When you put this together, your strengths, anchor stories, filters, and your enemies, you're not just posting content, you're building a personal brand, one that people can actually trust and follow. Here's how to start building momentum in 1 week. Day 1, brand buckets. So pick 3 categories that you want your brand to fit. It might be wellness basics, real life routines, client wins. Then under each of those, list 5 ideas. Day 2, do a photo swap. 10 real-life photos from your camera. It might just be of the kettle, shoes by the door, your cat, your pet, your garden. Day 3, do the 3 post formula. Post a story, teach 1 simple thing, or do a micro proof. Example: Jane messaged today she's down 1.25 kilos and increased energy. Day 4, conversations, not campaigns. DM 5 people you already know with a caring question. Day 5, share a value in action post. So something like, I recommend this because here's what I do instead. Day 6, a gentle invite. Offer your free resource. Day 7 is a great day for reflection and repair. What's worked this week? What posts got more saves, likes, and shares? And then do more of that next week. Micro wins only. No before and afters, no hype. This way your team isn't copying you, they're following the same process while showing up as themselves. And that's the only kind of duplication that lasts. Here's proof it works. I didn't start out posting every day. At first, I committed to 3 times a week just to build consistency, which the algorithm loves. And once that became easy, I moved to 6 days a week. Now, after 3 years, I consistently average between 10 to 12 posts a week on Facebook, which is always a mix of stories, posts, and reels. And only now have I added a second platform with YouTube. The lesson: consistency beats spreading yourself thin. Once your personal brand starts to gain traction, here's a pro move: layer it. I did this step by step. I started with my core story, why I chose affiliate marketing, and why it was a good fit for me because of my physical restrictions and because it gave me the scalability I was looking for. Then I wove in my values: not being a victim, staying solution orientated, and building systems that anyone with a good work ethic and self-responsibility could duplicate. And now I've added layers. So stories about my cat Teddy and his adventures traveling around Australia with me, stories about my fitness improvements, my love of outdoors, my goals being ticked off one by one. And here's how you can do the same with a simple 3-layer exercise. Week 1, focus on your story of origin, why you chose this path or the challenge that led you here. Week 2, post one of your core values in action. Example: I never or I always. Week 3, add 1 personal passion layer. So it might be pets, hobbies, or lifestyle. Glimpses that make people who are following you say, you know what, we'd be friends in real life. And after 3 weeks, you'll have a brand that is starting to feel really human, relatable, and magnetic, because you stop being just the product person and you start being someone people genuinely want to get to know. But here's the catch: layering only works if you clear the hidden blocks that stop you from showing up in the first place. And that's where the Breakthrough Starter Kit comes in. If you've been hiding behind glossy tiles and considering this a gentle nudge, you've got the framework like the 7-day plan and the layering strategy. But now it's time to clear the roadblocks that stop most people from actually doing it. Because here's the truth. Most people, they never even start. Not because they don't care, but because of comparison, self-doubt, and fear of being seen. And it keeps them being stuck. And that's why I created the Breakthrough Starter Kit. Download it this week, and in just 15 minutes, you'll be able to spot the #1 mindset block that's holding your brand back. You'll get some simple exercises to clear it and be able to draft your very first safe post with confidence. You can grab your copy today, the link's below, or it is also in my bio. If this helped you, the subscribe button. I'll be sharing more on brand building in future videos, and I'd love to see you there.